Welcome back to the EAM Crypto channel. And as the headline states, the Moon Boys keep getting wrecked. So there's a lot to break down before we look into the charts. But bottom line, the way that things went with Powell yesterday probably could not have been worse. I was really surprised to see the markets react in a bullish way as he was talking and towards the end of that talk, just because of the fact that what he said was actually very bearish. So first things first, if you think back to what he said back in Jackson Hole, he used the word neutral back in Jackson Hole a few times. And yesterday, he did not use the word neutral. He used the word restrictive. So again, he is doubling down on making sure that everyone knows he's not trying to be tricky. He's trying to be very straightforward and direct and stating more pain is coming. He even said that more economic pain is coming. So by stating that he's going to have a policy that's more restrictive versus neutral, that was pretty big, and he said it more than once. And then when you think about everything else that he stated, there's just nothing bullish to take from that. Maybe the fact that he said that with MBS, with mortgage-backed securities, that they weren't going to unload those anytime soon, if ever. So I guess that's a good thing. But other than that, I mean, just more bearishness, more pain to come, and risk on assets like BTC, Ethereum, and all the alts, they're going to get crushed. They just are. And so as far as what's to come short term, yeah, there could be a little bounce. We can look at that real quick. So if you look at BTC, sure, maybe a bounce could be coming, or maybe this was it. Maybe this was the bounce right here on the 4-hour, all the way from 18.1 all the way up to 19.2, maybe. Looks like this big 4-hour candle right here is pretty strong, basically engulfed the previous one. So looks like one could make the argument there's a little pattern going to, or this is kind of like A, B, C, D, and now we're starting another one, A, B, and here comes a bit of a B wave on the 4-hour. But more importantly, on the 1-day, I mean, it just doesn't look great. The 1-day negative momentum keeps building. I mean, it's nowhere close to oversold. And this is the granddaddy of them all, right? So all the other charts are going to follow BTC, and BTC is going to follow the Dixie and the NASDAQ, and the Dixie's still looking pretty strong. Maybe it's one could make the argument maybe it's a little overbought. Let's see in the time frames, but I mean, even on the daily, we're not even in the overbought zone. So yeah, I mean, it's I could see it consolidating for a bit before the next run up. But again, I showed it before and I'll show it again. If you look at the 1 week, there's just no reason to think that the Dixie's not going to end up at 120 sooner rather than later. I mean, there's just nothing here. I mean, yeah, we're actually hitting a resistance point right now from back in September 17th of 01. Oh my gosh, 21 years ago. It hasn't been this high in 21 years. Look, guys, why would you take on all these fresh longs with risk on assets when the Dixie's about to do something it hasn't done in 21 years? I didn't even notice that. So again, these are just bearish times. You've got to protect your capital, or you can make a ton of money right now. Just short everything. And every time the Moon Boys create some kind of little pump in any asset whatsoever, whether it's BTC or Ethereum, or I've been shorting EOS a lot and ETC a lot. ETC is a perfect example. Look at what ETC has done. So, well, actually here, first I want to show EOS because I wanted to show something. I closed a short on EOS yesterday, even though I still expect a whole lot more bearishness from this asset. But why did I do it? Well, if you look at EOS yesterday, I actually picked the bottom. I even put it. I've been posting some trades on Yabonks' server, Discord. He has a channel called TA, where I've been posting some of my just posting a little bit here and there. And as you can see here, I basically sold the bottom right here at 116. And this bottom will be tested soon, and it will be broken. And 82 cents is where this asset's going to end up, but in time or worse. But why did I close my short there if I know that EOS is going down more? Well, pretty simple. As you can see here on August, I think it was 9th, that was an important point there, right? Where it had found support. And it found the same level of support on August, I think it was 2nd, August 2nd. Yeah, and then one can make an argument it almost found support around that level on August 4th. So 1, 2, 3, really important. All these points are a lot of confluence there, And that's why I closed my short there. And look at that, it ran up all the way up here to 124. And I did reopen another short with EOS this morning, and around 120, I think it was 123, yeah, 123-ish 7. So I'm short on this asset again, and yeah, we'll see. I mean, I may just take it down to 116 again, and then if it shows strong support, then I'll take up my gain there. Or if it seems like it's breaking down, then maybe keep it. So this was a perfect example, though. If you look left, you will be able to see historically decent levels of support where you can close out your shorts. I'm not looking to open up a lot of fresh longs right now. If I do, it's for a very good reason. I mean, I was long in EOS for a bit not yesterday, but last week, at certain points, because there's times when impulse runs are going to happen, and also because it was doing its run to hard fork to Antelope. So that was another one. ETC is one that I wanted to cover today. As you can see here, it's been on this range. This range started back in early August. I guess one can make an argument start before that. But really August 12th is where I started this range. And I mean, the TA has been respected, right? So right here in this range, boom, jumped off support here, did it again right here again, boom, a third time here. The fourth time, it wicked below it, but it held on the daily close and on the 4-hour close. So technically, it held support there as far as the closings. And it did it again here yesterday. So, I mean, this range has been all sorts of reliable. So, yeah, I mean, if the sixth time it touches down on it, will that be the time it breaks? And it breaks, who knows how low it can go. I mean, I expect ETC to eventually get to around $13, I think it was. Here, let's see. Nah, more like 16. Yeah, 1636, 1650. I expect this asset to end up there before you know it, and then we'll see what happens then. I mean, it may be not done dropping when it gets down to those levels. But first things first, it has to drop out of this channel, maybe even back test it as what used to be amazing support resistance. But man, once this channel becomes resistance, forget about it. It's going to 16. So, but yeah, I mean, could it possibly run up based on just impulse buys and the fact that it's so oversold? Let's see, is it oversold on the 4-hour? No, not really. I mean, it's getting there, but not really. On the daily, nope. I mean, this just has so much to go down. So, so this is another one where, it's not the best time to open up a fresh short right now, just because you're at the very bottom of this range. But like, for example, here, I mean, look at this wick from earlier today. That would have been a much better time to get in there. But yeah, if you want to do a long-term short here, just short all the way to 16, don't blame you. This macro is so bad, it's going to stay bad for a while there. That wouldn't be the worst play either. So yeah, I mean, I didn't want to make today's video very long, but if you're looking to short any of these assets or use leverage, check out my link below on Bitget. Fantastic platform. I've been using it for a good month now. I'm very happy with it. Very happy. And big thank you to Swapsicle. If you're just looking to just do your normal swaps and do some farming, go check out Swapsicle. They are a very solid DEX. And they're DEX that's going to be around for a long time. They're doing a lot of different things. So I'll have all the links in the video description below. And I guess that's kind of it for now. I mean, I'm just trying to keep it very simple. If you're going to open up a fresh position, if you're going to make it a long one, just have very good reasoning. Very good reasoning, because if not, you're just going to get wrecked in this environment. Remember, guys, all crypto is risk on. It just is. And this is not the time for risk on assets. It just isn't. So best of luck out there. Be sharp, be smart. And again, if you open up a fresh long, just make sure that there's a good reason for it. There will be good times to go long on certain things. Like I said, I had a fresh long on EOS last week that I got that was profitable. But really, if you want to, you can make a lot of money shorting right now, guys. You really can. So keep that in mind. And yeah, feel free to comment below in the comments if there's an asset you want me to cover tomorrow. Thanks. Take care.